Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to look at a project that was developed by the world's biggest crypto exchange, Binance. This project is called BNB Chain, and I'll give my thoughts on how many BNB I think you'll need to be a millionaire in this bull run with detailed price predictions. I'll cover BNB's tokenomics, explain President Trump's recent pardon for CZ, the founder of Binance, and I'll also reveal CZ's updated Personal BNB Token Holdings that were released recently as well. And finally, if you find this free content useful, please be sure to hit the subscribe button to help support the channel. Okay, now let's begin. About BNB Chain. BNB Chain is a blockchain developed by the world's biggest crypto exchange, Binance, that enables developers to build and deploy decentralized applications, otherwise known as Dapps, and smart contracts. What people might not realize is that Binance originally had two separate blockchains, the Binance Chain and Binance Smart Chain. The Binance Chain launched in 2019 and was used for fast decentralized trading, hosting the Binance Decentralized Exchange, and in 2020 launched the Binance Smart Chain, which looked to address the limitations of the Binance Chain and was designed to support smart contracts and Dapps. In 2022, Binance rebranded the ecosystem, combining the BNB Beacon Chain and BNB Smart Chain under one umbrella called BNB Chain. But most people today still refer to the Binance blockchain as the BNB Smart Chain. The Binance Smart Chain uses a proof-of-stake authority consensus mechanism, which combines elements of delegated proof-of-stake and proof-of-authority. This enables faster transactions and lower costs, and it also uses a dual-chain architecture that allows it to be compatible with the Ethereum network as well. The main advantages of using the Binance Smart Chain is it can process up to 160 transactions per second with an average block time of 3 seconds, which makes it an ideal choice for decentralized applications, and it's much lower gas fees compared to other networks like Ethereum. BNB is a native utility token of the Binance ecosystem, powering the BNB chain, and is used for trading fee discounts, paying transaction fees on the network, for staking, and as a governance token to allow users to participate in voting on network upgrades. And a fun fact to mention is the token was originally called Binance Coin, but in 2022 the company changed its token name to BNB, which stands for Build and Build. BNB has been deeply integrated into the BNB Chain's DeFi ecosystem, as we can see the main centralized exchange being Binance and decentralized exchange being PancakeSwap, alongside the more recent perpetual decentralized exchange Asta. Binance was founded in 2017 by Changpeng Zhao, otherwise known as CZ, a developer who previously created high-frequency trading software. And Binance was initially based in China before moving to Japan shortly before the Chinese government restricted cryptocurrency companies in its country. Since its inception, the company has gone on to become the world's biggest crypto exchange, with an average daily spot trading volume of around 26.6 billion, which is huge. But it hasn't all been plain sailing for ZZ, as he was jailed in April 2024 for 4 months for what was stated as violating US money laundering laws at his company Binance. That wasn't the end of the story though, as in October 2025, CZ was given a presidential pardon by President Donald Trump, which basically lifted restrictions that had stopped CZ from running financial ventures, and I will go more into detail about this later in the video. BNB Supply and Tokenomics. BNB launched with a total max supply of 200 million tokens and has a current circulating supply of around 137 million tokens. And the BNB project uses an auto-burn deflationary mechanism to reduce the overall supply of BNB over time until the supply gets to a fixed cap of 100 million. The way the auto-burn works is it calculates the amount of BNB to remove from circulation quarterly based on verifiable on-chain data on the BNB Smart Chain, and it is said to be independent of the Binance exchange to ensure full transparency for the community. In simple terms, if the price drops, more tokens are burned to compensate, and the purpose of doing this is to create scarcity and potentially increase the value of the tokens over time for investors. BNB also implemented a secondary real-time burn called BEP95, which burns a portion of the gas fees from every block on the Binance Smart Chain, and the burn rate can be adjusted through on-chain governance. And we can see that the total amount of tokens burned to date is over 64 million BNB tokens. BNB is a native utility token of the Binance ecosystem, powering the BNB chain, and is used for trading fee discounts, paying transaction fees on the network, for staking, and as a governance token to allow users to participate in voting on network upgrades. The initial token distribution of BNB was as follows: 50% is allocated to public sale, 40% is allocated to the founding team, and 10% is allocated to angel investors. CZ's BNB Holdings. In a recent article by Easy Labs posted on October 29, 2025, titled BNB, the core engine behind the global Web3 economy, they outlined the up-to-date BNB Holdings distribution, which included CZ, the founder of Binance's Personal Holdings, which were as follows: 27.2% is allocated to BNB Foundation Burn Reserve, meaning not for sale. 0.8% is allocated to BNB Foundation Operational Fund. 0.9% is allocated to CZ's personal holdings, which may surprise you as it did me, as I thought he owned more BNB than this. 4.5% is allocated to Binance.com Treasury Fund, and 66.6% is allocated to public float, meaning on exchanges and self-custody. What this shows is that there is now a low insider concentration of tokens, which is good to see, and BNB are showing to be more transparent and decentralized than they have done in the past. President Trump pardons CZ Binance. I mentioned briefly in the introduction that in October 2025, CZ of Binance was given a presidential pardon by President Donald Trump, which lifted restrictions that had stopped CZ from running financial ventures. However, it's not clear if it changes his standings with US regulators or if he is able to lead Binance again, as he had to step down as CEO of Binance when he went to prison. But why did he go to prison? CZ went to prison for pleading guilty to violating US money laundering laws, and also found that the company had helped users bypass sanctions. CZ was ordered to pay a whopping $4.3 billion as well. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said of the pardon, "Zhao was prosecuted by the Biden administration in their war on cryptocurrency. This was an overly prosecuted case by the Biden administration, and the case had been thoroughly reviewed. So the president wants to correct this overreach of the Biden administration's misjustice, and he's exercised his constitutional authority to do so." The pardon did set the rumour mill going as why President Trump had pardoned CZ, with a BBC article reporting that CZ's companies had partnered with firms linked to Trump on new digital currency projects, including a company called BNB Holdings, where Trump's sons sit on the board of advisors. And a Wall Street Journal also reported that the Trump family, who own crypto firm World Liberty Financial, had held recent talks with Binance. So make of this what you will. Key points of BNB Chain. BNB Chain has several benefits that make it a high-performance blockchain. These include fast transaction speed. BNB Chain supports fast transaction processing speeds, improving user experience and making an ideal platform for a wide range of uses. Low fees. BNB is able to offer low transaction fees when comparing it to other blockchain networks like Ethereum, which makes it accessible for both small and large transactions. EVM compatibility. The BNB Smart Chain is compatible with the Ethereum virtual machine, which allows developers to migrate Ethereum applications easily. BNB Auto Burn Mechanism. A quarterly burn reduces the total supply of BNB tokens, making the token deflationary and creating scarcity of the remaining tokens. How many BNB to be a millionaire in this bull run? Okay, so before we look at the price predictions for BNB in this bull run, let's remind ourselves of BNB's previous all-time high price, which was $1,300 back in October 2025. With this information about the previous all-time high price, let's now look at the current market cap of one of its main competitors in the space, Ethereum. As we can see, the current market cap of Ethereum is around 470 billion, and I think Ethereum should go higher than this in this remaining bull market. So on the conservative end of my price prediction, and not financial advice, just my opinion, if BNB was able to increase its market cap to around 275 billion in this bull run, then this would give it a price of $2,000. On the mid-range of my price prediction, if BNB was able to get to a market cap of around 413 billion in this bull market, then this would give it a price of $3,000. Finally, on the top end of my price prediction, if BNB was able to get to a market cap of around 482 billion, which would put it just above Ethereum's current market cap today, then this would give it a price of $3,500. I personally think a price of between $2,000 and $3,000 BNB could be possible in this bull run. But how many BNB would you need to be a millionaire in this bull run? And it does have a very big market cap already, so I have to be honest in that it will require a large investment at this stage, as we will see. Using a crypto profit calculator, if we enter the current price and the predicted sell price of $2,000, we can see it require a significant investment of $550,000 at today's price to get to the $1 million mark in this bull run. If we do the same again, but this time set the sell price at the mid-range of our price target prediction of $3,000, you would need an investment of $370,000 at today's price to get to $1 million mark in this bull run. And at the very high range of our price prediction, if BNB was able to get to the $3,500 price prediction, this would require an investment today of $315,000 to get to the $1 million mark in this bull run. At the $2,000 price prediction, you would need to buy around 500 BNB tokens, which is an investment of $550,000 at today's price to become a millionaire with BNB in this bull run. At the mid-range of our $3,000 price prediction, you would need to buy around 337 BNB tokens, which is an investment of $370,000 in this bull run. And finally, at the $3,500 price prediction, you would need to buy around 286 BNB tokens, which is an investment of $315,000 to become a millionaire in this bull run. BNB Future Outlook. I believe with the BNB token being an integral part of the world's biggest crypto exchange, Binance, as it is used to reduce trading fees on the Binance platform, this tells me it should be around for a long time to come. It also reached a big milestone recently, hitting the $1,000 per BNB token mark, and the presidential pardon for CZ has brought Binance and its ecosystem into the spotlight again, which can only be a good thing from a marketing perspective. However, the only issue I can see with Binance is it has faced regulatory uncertainty in some countries, like for example in the UK, is not able to offer regulated products. And it also has to operate a separate regulated platform in the US as well. So we'll need to look to overcome these obstacles. But with all this said, I think as long as Binance can continue to grow as a company and overcome the regulatory uncertainty, the BNB Chain and BNB token will continue to grow with it moving forward.